Welcome people of the internet, it's me KMD, welcome to another, not Debbie Daylight video, but kinda related to Debbie Daylight in some way. Yet another asym this way comes. Let's talk about Fear the Reaper. So, if you are like new to this place, I am a nerd of asym horror games. I played Friday the 13th the game. My favorite game, like probably of all time, is Dead by Daylight. I am a big depth nerd, and even if there's still like 50 players only playing this game, I still nerd out about it, and I still play it. I didn't play like TCM and Killer Clowns because of course, I already got fucked over by F14 being a licensed game, so of course these games won't last. So I just didn't feel like making a decision to fund a game that is focused on a single license because they will run out of content eventually. And I had my episode with VHS. It didn't go well, but it existed. So the asym horror genre kinda at the moment has like 3, 2, maybe 4 debatably games that are still played by people. Of course there's Dead by Daylight, there is Killer Clowns, I think it's still being played. TCM is almost on the way out. If I missed something, it probably is still going, but I don't think it will keep going until it will probably get shut down by the end of the year. And technically depth, it doesn't have updates, but there's still 50 people daily, so I guess I can count depth for it, but not really. So yeah, if I wasn't clear by the intro, I'm a big nerd for horror asyms, and recently I got a post on my Twitter timeline from IGN showcasing the trailer for the new asym horror game Fear the Reaper. And I know, every single DBD content creator jumps to every new asym game and says oh, it's gonna dethrone DBD, it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna say straight, this is not going to dethrone DBD, but the developer, because yeah, this is a one fucking man army. There's one person making this game, and I think this is the closest a developer studio has gotten to competing quote-unquote DBD, and it's not even their goal. Let me explain. So I got some info on my second monitor. Let me read you the details about Fear the Reaper. I received them from the lead developer Mac because I got verified as a content creator on their Discord server, so I'll be using stuff that they pitched, stuff in their Discord, and my personal Q&A with the dev to showcase you what the game will be, what will be in the game, and why I feel this could be the closest we're getting to DBD having a different asym going long term with consistent support. I think Fear the Reaper, in my opinion, is going to be the first game since Depth's demise to keep support going for a long term while DBD is still active. Fear the Reaper is an asymmetrical multiplayer horror game with up to 8 players per lobby. One player becomes the Reaper, a terrifying killer, while the others become residents of the town the Reaper terrorizes. Residents are assigned unique roles, granting them special abilities, goals, and ways to contribute and help others and themselves. The residents have a wide variety of objectives and methods of surviving or escaping a match. They can even attempt to turn the tide and kill the Reaper or try dying. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna address this later. The town itself offers a sandbox experience with many locations, activities, and side objectives. The game is designed around player freedom, while other games in the genre often punish players who don't or can't engage in teamwork and coordination. Fear the Reaper accommodates all playstyles, offering plenty of teamwork opportunities but never forcing it. Each resident is assigned a randomly chosen role at the start of the match. You could be the Protector, for instance. You load into a match with a shotgun and extra ammo. Any player in need of help is highlighted to you. You can be the hero or choose to be selfish and keep the shotgun for yourself. There are 8 unique roles so far, with the final girl being the most important one. If chosen, you are the main character of the match. The other residents are encouraged to keep you alive while the Reaper attempts to locate and eliminate you. Whichever side succeeds benefits greatly. Each match can end in several different events which aim to stimulate the final act of a horror film with several different scenarios depending on player choices and performance. Once the main phase of the match is finished, the stakes are raised, the remaining players are grouped together and tasked with facing off with the Reaper one last time in a cinematic and intense final showdown. Each of them offers a game within a game, changing the goals and objectives and significantly increasing intensity just as a good horror movie does in its final moments. Each additional map will come with its own unique set of scenarios and objectives, increasing variety and replayability. The Reaper was designed to stimulate the experience of going against a slasher killer from our favorite horror movies. Through many systems, mechanics and tricks, he creates the feeling of constant dread, uncertainty and omnipresence. Okay, so since now we got the description out of the way, let's go to the Q&A they put out on their Discord. When is the beta? I want it now. We're immensely grateful for your enthusiasm, we're working as fast as we can, please be patient and wait for an announcement. Will there be more than one beta? Yes. Can you choose to play as the Reaper or is it random? It's your choice. Can you kill the Reaper? Yes, but it's very difficult. What if players adapt and figure out how to do it easily? We will rebalance it immediately. Killing the Reaper will always be difficult. Will there be different variations of the Reaper or different killers? Yes. Can you choose which kill to perform as the Reaper? Yes, you can preset your kills during the match and switch whenever you wish. Do the residents have names and lore? Will there be customization? Yes. Yes. How many developers are working on the game? Primarily one, with a lot of help from good people. Is there a stamina system? There is not. You can run as long as you want. How does voice chat work? The Reaper can hear residents via proximity chat. Residents have a global team chat. The Reaper can't speak. Is there a third-person mode? No. Can you say more about the gameplay loop, roles, objectives, mechanics? We'll be revealing more and more as we go. Keep an eye on the server and all of your questions will be answered in time. Will this game ever come to console? I'll do my best. I brought one game to console already. Multiplayer will be much more trickier, but never say never. And finally, let's go to my Q&A with the developer I put out on Twitter some days ago. Is there counterplay the survivors have to ensure fairness in chase? Or is the game more macro heavy like Friday the 13th, meaning if you get caught, you are dead? Whether you live or die the first time you get caught is entirely up to you. You'll have to perform skilled actions under pressure, stay composed, don't panic, and you may live. We'll get into chases at a later point, there's a lot to be revealed there. Will the game have mechanics like loadouts and perks, or is it going to be more focused on in-game RNG? Yes, we have loadouts and perks. While asked about loadouts, I might ask it instantly, what is Playful Games' stance on the Fear the Reaper community possibly building a competitive scene or player base? Is the team ready to balance around it? Oh, we are ready. If a competitive scene were to organically emerge, we are ready to support it. Will the game be available on Steam Deck? Steam Deck has been tested and works perfectly fine. Will the kills be more like F13 executions or like DBD Morris? Closer to F13, you can pre-select your kill during gameplay and switch between them during the match. And also they were referring to a Steam FAQ, which I won't quote here because it just drops out Dead by Daylight. We fired some shots, but mostly we want to make it clear that this is not DBD, far from it. Okay, we got the description out of the way, we got the FAQ out of the way. Now, why do I think this will last? Based on what he's saying, Fear the Reaper may not repeat the same mistakes as the previous games in the asymmetrical horror genre. This is not guaranteed, but from what Mac was saying, I think this game might actually last a bit longer than like 3 months. The premise is pretty interesting with the fact that you are basically like mixing DBD and Friday the 13th with more on the Friday the 13th side, while also ensuring that the balancing will be fair and also players will be able to find themselves a new home if they get bored of DBD. I think this is a pretty good sign. The fact that like the developer directly acknowledges DBD in every single way, like acknowledging people comparing this game to older asyms, thinking that just DBD is not movable and it will just flop. Mac directly knows about this. And that's why I think this is going to last, because Mac is aware what to not do to kill an asymmetrical game, and Mac seems to be really willing to listen to what the community wants from Fear the Reaper. And I am not saying I'm instantly dropping Dead by Daylight and I'm playing Fear the Reaper. I will be playing both of these games. This seems pretty good. I didn't play it yet, there's no beta. This looks good. This doesn't like seem, it looks good. I will decide when I actually get my hands on it and play it, but for now this game looks really interesting to me. The developer seems really caring about the project. The developer seems to know what to actually do to make his game last long term. It just seems kinda even too good to be true, but also the fact that they already have a content creator program to have a connection to the community directly. I get the positive vibes from this, I'm not sure, but instantly just taking this game, throwing it in the trash can and saying it's another ASIM that's going to die after 3 months may not come out as true. We didn't play the game yet, but from the screenshots and from the trailer I showed you earlier in the video, this seems really fucking good, I'll be honest with you. We're gonna see when they announce the beta and when it will be available to play, but for now, this seems like a really good foundation to actually launch a game that is not going to beat Dead by Daylight. The dev outright said it, this game's goal is not to beat Dead by Daylight, or be Dead by Daylight. Beat or be. Whatever. This game's goal is to just be fun and keep going, last as much as the community wants it to last, be replayable, and like just be a good time for you to play. That's what vibes I'm getting from this game. And I will stand my ground on this, I will support this game, because this seems really fucking good, and I am surprised how many people just dismiss it as another ASIM. I mean, we got through a bunch of bad ASIMs, but this has a chance to do what Depth did after the release of Dead by Daylight. Depth released in 2014 and lasted until 2021. That's 5 years after Dead by Daylight's release. While the player count was going down, true, they still kept going with updates for 5 years. If Fear the Reaper can have a stable player base of, I don't know, 1k players weekly even, I think this will be a good game. Even with a one-man squad, probably using assets for free that are for free on the Unreal store or something. If this game plays well, feels well, gets polished when the money from the sales starts coming in, and this game feels like you're getting further and you're making actual progress, and the balancing isn't as bad as Friday the 13th or VHS, this might be it. This might be the asymmetrical game to compete with Dead by Daylight long term after Depth's demise. I will stand my ground on it, and let's just see how it comes out. Give Fear the Reaper a chance, get interested in this project, because later you might want to bite your words. So let's not be a contrarian, please. Okay, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited for Fear the Reaper. My next video is probably going to be a perk tier list for Dredge, maybe a bit like out of pocket type of tier list, but still kinda tier list. So stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching. I am excited for Fear the Reaper. Get interested in Fear the Reaper, join the Discord, follow the Twitter, PFG Reaper Game, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, Internet.